Hola, estudiantes, ¿cómo están? Estoy bien. Hoy continuamos en capítulo 4. Vamos a cubrir páginas 107 a 115. Today, we are going to work on demonstrative adjectives and pronouns, pointing out people and things. So these are los adjetivos demonstrativos. La gramática en acción tiene estos adjetivos demonstrativos. ¿Cuánto cuesta este suéter? Bueno, ese que usted tiene en la mano cuesta 800 quetzales. Este aquí cuesta 700 quetzales. ¡Qué caros! Es que todos son de pura lana. Mire aquellos suéteres de rayas sobre aquella mesa. Solo cuestan 300 quetzales. Son acrílicos. Muchas gracias. So we can see we have este, ese, aquellos, aquella. These are all demonstrative adjectives. So we have this, este or esta, and we have that, ese or esa, and then we have that over there, which would be aquel or aquella. Aquellos, and then for the plural, which would be these, we have estos or estas, and then for those, esos, esas, those over there, aquellos, aquellas. And then we have adverbios, aquí, which is here, allí, which is there, allá, which is way over there. So aquí goes with este, esta, estos, estas. Allí goes with ese, esa, esos, esas. And allá goes with aquel, aquella, aquellos, aquellas. The final E in the singular forms este and ese does change to an O in the plural form. So, vamos a página 108. We have some of the rules and usage. So, demonstrative adjectives are used to indicate a specific noun or nouns. In Spanish, los adjetivos demonstrativos precede the nouns they modify. They also agree in gender and in number with the noun. Using este and ese, when two people are speaking, the forms of este are used to refer to nouns that are close to the speaker in space or in time. The forms of ese refer to nouns that are close to the person spoken to. When the point of view in the conversation changes, the use of este and ese may change as well, just like as in English. The difference between ese and aquel. There are two ways to say that and those in Spanish. We have aquel and ese. The forms of ese refer to nouns that are close to the speaker. The forms of aquel refer to nouns. Ese refers to nouns that are not close to the speaker. Aquel refers to nouns that are even further away from the speaker. It is not required that you use aquí, allí, and allá when you're talking and using demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative pronouns. We also have demonstrative pronouns. In English, demonstrative pronouns are the demonstrative adjective and a one in the example to the right. In Spanish, los pronombres demonstrativos are the same as the demonstrative adjectives, except that the noun is not used and there is no direct equivalent for the English ones. So we have the model right here. ¿Te gusta aquella casa allá? ¿Cuál? Aquella, la de las ventanas grande. Aquella sí me gusta mucho, mucho más que esta. So in English, this conversation would go, do you like that house over there? Which one? That one. The one with the big windows. Oh, that one. Yeah, I like it a lot more than this one. And in Spanish, demonstrative pronouns agree in gender and number with the noun they are replacing. Ese libro, ese. We also have neuter demonstratives, esto, eso, and aquello, which refer to a yet unidentified object or to a whole idea, concept, or situation. ¿Qué es esto? Esto es todo. Aquello es terrible. And so on. There's really good practice on page 109 and 110. Vamos a los verbos tener, venir, poder, preferir, and querer, and some tener expressions with, and some idioms with tener. Sorry, y'all, I have a cold and my brain is not firing 100% today. So that's why it's kind of faltering a little bit today. So here we have verbs tener, poder, preferir, tener, venir, poder, preferir, and querer. You might have learned these in high school, and you might have called them shoe verbs because they look like a shoe when you conjugate them. These are all irregular in, tener and venir are irregular in the first person and that they're a go verb. The yo form is the go. Tengo, vengo. Then they're all stem changing. We have E to IE and O to UE. And then you can call them shoe verbs because when you conjugate them out, the nosotros does not have a stem change, and so it looks like a shoe if you draw it out. So we have tengo, tienes, tiene, tienen, tiene, tenemos, tienen, and vengo, vienes, viene, venimos, vienen, puedo, puedes, puede, podemos, pueden, prefiero, prefieres, prefiere, preferimos, prefieren, quiero, quieres, quiere, queremos, quieren. In Página 112, it has a couple of notes about these. We already talked about that the yo form of tener and venir are irregular. Just like in the other forms, not in the yo form, preferir and querer, tener and venir, when the eval is stressed, it becomes IE. So we have preferir, prefieres, or prefiero. Querer becomes quieres, quiere, quiero. Similarly, the stem vowel in O, in poder changes to UE. All of these, poder, preferir, and querer, can be followed by an infinitive, just like deber, desear, and necesitar. These are all called stem changing verbs. These are commonly used verbs, and so we're going to go ahead and work on them. Also, please remember that the nosotros and the vosotros form, if you are learning that as well, don't have the stem changes in the vowel because it is not stressed. There are some tener expressions on page 112 as well. We have, these are called idiomatic expressions, which there's not really a way to translate it word for word. You just have to translate the idea. All of these are used with tener, to have. In English, many of these are expressed with to be. So we have tener sueño, tener prisa, tener razón, no tener razón, tener miedo de. You already have learned one, tener años. All of these describe a condition or a state that is happening or has occurred at the moment. Other tener idioms include the following: tener ganas de plus an infinitive, to feel like doing something. Tener que plus an infinitive, to have to do something. The English equivalent of the infinitive in the expressions with tener ganas is expressed with the ing. Tengo ganas de comer would be I feel like eating, or I feel like eating. So those are some tener expressions that you can start using as well. Vamos a página 114, la nota comunicativa, mucho y poco. Please read over this and make sure you understand how mucho and poco are used. You can do the practice on in página 115 if you need that extra practice. That's all for today.